What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Dean's Controversy Box, man. I appreciate you guys stopping by, man. Today, guys, it's a hell of a fight coming up, man. A real hell of a fight. You guys already heard about it, but I'm going to reiterate it on you anyway. It is Errol Spence Jr. versus Yordenis Ugas for the unified super welterweight world champion. Not super welterweight. Unified welterweight world champion. Okay, first we got Errol Spence Jr., which is a unified IBF WBC welterweight world champion. He obtained the IBF belt from Kell Brook back in 2017. Carried that for a couple years. Then he attained his WBC title from Showtime Sean Porter, which you guys know is a hell of a fighter, man, in 2019. He has 27 wins, 21 knockouts, 72-inch arm reach. He's 5'10", and he will be unifying the belts with Yordenis Ugas, WBA welterweight world champion. He had 27 wins, 12 by knockout, 4 losses. He's 5'9" with a 69-inch arm reach. With that being said, it's going to be a hell of a clash, man. It's going down April 16th in the Dallas Cowboys AT&T Stadium, which is located in Arlington, Texas. You guys want to get some tickets, man. I know they're probably high as hell. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to get some tickets, but I will be live streaming that thing for all you guys to see. All you got to do is tune in on Fight Night, which is April 16th. With that being said, Yordenis Ugas, you know, he's a Cuban superstar boxer, you know, and he has that Cuban style of fighting, which can bring anybody problems, bring anybody trouble. A lot of people overlook the guy, man, just because he hasn't been up with the top welterweights lately, and he has 4 losses on his records. One to Showtime Sean Porter, which Errol Spence beat for the WBC belt. So people kind of try to overlook him sometimes. But if you look at his style of fighting, you can see he's very ferocious with his fighting, and he come to win. He didn't come to play or give his belt away. He didn't come, you know, to act as if he want to be the champion. He came to actually try to take the belts from Errol Spence Jr. And on the other note, a lot of people try to say Errol Spence has been in the ring almost a couple years, man. He suffered a devastating car wreck which threw him 50 feet. He came back and, of course, beat Danny Garcia after that. But they say he's still not who he was. He suffered a broken, torn retina, which caused him to be pulled from the Manny Pacquiao fight, because at one time, Errol Spence Jr. was supposed to be fighting Manny Pacquiao for a super fight. But because of the detached broken retina of Errol Spence Jr., he was pulled from the fight, which left Yordenis Ugas to take his place, which Yordenis Ugas defeated Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is a legend. A lot of you guys know him, especially one of the fights he did with Money Mayweather. But a lot of people know him from that. Yordenis Ugas was actually the regular champ, and Pacquiao was a super champ, but because of the time off Pacquiao was taking, they stripped him of the super champ belt and elevated to Yordenis Ugas. And before that time, I didn't have full, you know, respect as Yordenis Ugas being a top welterweight, because he was elevated and not actually fighting for it. But since Errol Spence Jr. was pulled out of the fight and Yordenis Ugas had to take that slot, he defeated Manny Pacquiao. Now I gotta get him his flowers in all due respect. Before then, I didn't even know Yordenis Ugas. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know. He wasn't on my radar, you know. But this fight will be going down, man, April 16th in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Now, also, Errol Spence Jr. and Yordenis Ugas both stated that when they finish this fight, they're trying to unify the other belt, which Terrence Bud Crawford has. He's the undefeated, used to be undisputed junior welterweight world champion. Now he's a WBO welterweight world champion currently. And they've been calling each other out basically this whole time. He's been trying to get a fight with Errol Spence and Errol him, but because of the powers that be in between, you know, the promotional company and all that, the fight wasn't able to take place, which you guys, I'm sure you probably heard that as well. But Yordenis Ugas stated that Terrence Crawford is next. He's going to put Terrence Crawford on the list. If he defeats and gets through Errol Spence Jr., he said Terrence Crawford is the next fight. He told Terrence Crawford, quit crying, don't worry about it, you next, I'm going to take your belt next, if he defeats Errol Spence Jr. And the same thing with Errol Spence. Recently, he came out and stated that his next fight is going to be Terrence Bud Crawford, because he's here to unify the titles. He's trying to be undisputed, and the road to undisputed is through Terrence Crawford. So he said he will be taking that fight next. So that's going to be a hell of a fight as well. Errol Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford, because I think Errol is going to come out victorious with this later fight. Now, recently, a lot of conflict, they say the powers that be between the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight was because of the social media talking. And Errol himself, he came out and admitted, he should have never put his demands out in the public like that. Of course, sometimes it's hard, us being human. You got people jabbing at you, saying this and saying that. You're going to speak your mind. You're going to just, you're going to let it flow. He said that might have caused some disruption in the fight because all people have, everybody have an ego. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be told what they got to do and what they're going to do. They're going to stand on their ground. They're going to stand on their square, and they're going to want to make it a 50-50 fight, which was one of the problems, the reason that Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight hadn't took place already. But with that being said, man, the fight will be going down. Like I said, I will be live streaming it, guys. All you got to do is come see me on Fight Night, which is April 16th. Come see me on Fight Night, man. Y'all tune in. I will tell you exactly where I will be broadcasting that. It won't be directly on my channel because I don't want to lose my channel, but I will tell you where it will be at on Fight Night, so you guys stay tuned. Do those 3 things, man. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for updates and notifications to the channel so that you don't miss the notification when it's time to let you guys know. And we got a few more fights coming up as well, man. Gervonta Tank Davis will be fighting Rolly Romero in May. I think it's in May, after the after the Errol Spence Yordenis Ugas fight. That'll be one of the next fights on the card. We also got a couple of more great fights coming up, man. If you guys know about any fights that I haven't missed, that I've missed, that I don't know about, you let me know. I will dig into them, man. I will do the highlights on them, and I will probably broadcast them of the fight, up enough, to want to be watched or whatever. I'll still broadcast it off. It might be free or whatever, but I will give you I will commentate and let you know how I think or what I think about the fight. For all the guys that I say already subscribed to me, man, I appreciate you guys for rolling with me, man. I took some time off, man. I do appreciate you guys rolling with me, but I am back now. I will try to make sure I upload something every single day. If you guys got something you want me to react to, some knockouts, some punches, some fights, whatever, man, you put it in the comments, man, and I promise you I will see my way to it for you. Thank you for coming by, man. You guys do 3 things for me, man, and for now on, man, you guys stay blessed, man. Thank you for coming to watch Dean's Controversial Boxing, Mr. DCB, man, and I am out the building, man. Thank you, guys. Peace.